The emergency klaxons echoed through the crystalline corridors of the research station as Commander Elena Rodriguez watched the mushroom cloud bloom across the horizon. The atmospheric processors had been completely obliterated by the Terran Coalition's latest orbital bombardment, their decades of terraforming work reduced to radioactive dust in mere seconds. "They actually did it," whispered Dr. Marcus Webb, his face pale against the observation deck's reinforced windows. "They bombed their own colony." Elena's expression remained stoic as she studied the tactical display floating before them. Red warning indicators cascaded across the holographic interface, each one representing another failed system, another severed connection to the surface installations they had spent 15 years building. "Estimated casualties?" she asked, her voice carrying the weight of command despite the tremor she couldn't quite suppress. "Preliminary scans show 7,000 dead, maybe more," reported Lieutenant Harrison Blake from his station. "The entire agricultural sector is gone. The water purification plants are offline. They've essentially doomed everyone still planetside." The irony wasn't lost on any of them. The Coalition had branded them terrorists, rebels who refused to surrender their research to military applications. In response, they had eliminated not just the researchers but the very colonists they claimed to protect. Elena activated the station's primary communication array, her fingers dancing across the quantum encryption protocols. "Open a channel to Coalition High Command." "Ma'am, that's not advisable," Blake protested. "They'll trace our location. Let them." Elena's smile held no warmth. "Dr. Webb, prepare the synthesis protocol. Full deployment." Webb's eyes widened. "Elena, you can't be serious. We haven't run complete trials. The theoretical models suggest." "The models suggest it will work exactly as designed." She turned to face her small crew, 23 brilliant minds who had chosen exile over submission. "They want to see what happens when you push scientists too far? Let's educate them." The communication channel crackled to life, Admiral Thompson's gruff voice filling the command center. "Unknown vessel. Identify yourself immediately. This is Commander Elena Rodriguez of the independent research vessel Prometheus. I believe you just destroyed our life's work down there, Admiral." A pause. "Rodriguez? You're supposed to be dead. Disappointed? Here's something that might cheer you up. You've just triggered our failsafe protocol. You see, those atmospheric processors you destroyed weren't just terraforming equipment. They were the delivery system for something much more interesting." Webb was already initializing the quantum cascade sequence, his hands trembling as he input the final parameters. Around them, the station's exotic matter cores began to hum with increasing intensity. "What are you talking about?" Thompson's voice carried a new edge of concern. "Synthetic evolution, Admiral. We've been seeding the planet's biosphere with programmable organic nanites for years. They've been dormant, waiting for the right trigger. Congratulations, you just provided it." The planet's surface was already beginning to change. Where the bombs had fallen, something new was growing. The radiation that should have sterilized the land was instead being absorbed, converted, transformed into raw energy for the emerging organisms. "That's impossible," Thompson sputtered. "Our sensors would have detected." "Your sensors detect what they're programmed to recognize. These nanites exist in a quantum superposition until activated. They're quite literally invisible until they choose not to be." Elena watched the tactical display update in real time. Green indicators were spreading outward from the blast zones like a living map. Within hours, the new organisms had consumed the radioactive fallout entirely. Within days, they began demonstrating behaviors that defied classification: problem-solving, communication, rapid evolutionary adaptation. "My God," Webb breathed, staring at the sensor readings. "They're learning. They're actually learning from the bombing pattern, developing countermeasures." Elena keyed the communication channel one final time. "Admiral, meet your replacements. They're everything humanity could have been: smarter, more adaptable, and completely immune to the kind of short-sighted brutality you just demonstrated." The Coalition fleet began powering weapons, but it was far too late. The planet below was already something new, something that would spread beyond this world, carrying with it the memory of humanity's final, fatal mistake. You bombed us, Elena whispered, watching her life's greatest work unfold across an entire world. Adorable. Watch this.